Hiya, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another episode of Tasman's Foundry Virtual Tabletop version 12 from the ground up. And before I start anything, version 13 actually has been released, and I was thinking, just because this series is going to go into mods and stuff like that, and when a new version comes out, mods all break until they get updated. So I figure maybe we'll just keep plugging along with this version 12 with the mods. Once they do update for 13, they'll have a couple new features or something like that. Some features might be removed. Some of the mods won't even be needed anymore, such as auto rotate, which I don't remember if we've gone over that one yet, but we did use it in our Phandelver adventure that we did do. So anyway, I'm going to keep on going with a version 12 for right now, because a lot of the stuff, there's some really cool features in version 13, I won't lie, but a lot of features work great still with version 12, and a lot of the mods are still working great with version 12, and I haven't had a chance to really go into 13. So today, what we've got is a really cool mod, one that I like. A lot of modules, such as the Lost Mine of Phandelver, at least the original. Well, I guess it's the other one, the new one too, because it starts out the same. The first 3-4 chapters are all the same as Lost Mine of Phandelver, and then it jumps to the what was it, Under the Shattered Obelisk or something like that, which it takes it further. But one thing that happens a lot when you're running a module is you'll get into a town and everybody and their dog wants to give you some kind of quest. Some of them are subquests, some of them are just, here's something, maybe get a little more reputation with the people, here's something that might get you a little money, maybe gain favor with them, kind of thing. And a lot of times it's really hard to keep track of those things. So the module we're going to talk about today is one that will actually help your players keep track of those things, so that they're not going, oh wait, let's see, our original quest was this, and we had that one thing that we need to get for that one guy, but I don't remember who it was, I don't remember what the thing is. This is going to help with all that. So if we come down here and we look in our list, there's one called right here, Forien's Quest Log. There's also one by, what's his name? Why am I drawing a blank? The Ripper. The Ripper actually has one, and the Ripper has really good mods. But he has one, I think, called Simple Quest. But I like this one a little bit better. I haven't played too much with that one, but even just looking at the features it has, I kind of like this one better. So we're going to go over Forien's Quest Log and its different features. This video could be short, could be long, could be right on. Who knows? I guess we'll just find out. So now that we have this enabled, what this does, I don't think it has a whole lot of settings in here, if I remember right, but we'll go through them real quick. Yeah, there's only like 13. So do you want to allow the players to drag rewards? Usually I just leave all these at default and then maybe experiment with them and see how I like it. Sometimes if you say they can drag rewards, they might drag rewards before, there might be a misconfiguration and they drag rewards before they actually are supposed to be able to get them. So that's up to you. Then players can create quests. This one, usually I don't actually have enabled. Obviously, if you're doing more of an impromptu type thing or a homebrew system, that might be more of some way you want to enable them to be able to create the quests on the fly as they go. But then again, you could always have them start, multiple people creating multiple quests. It can get messy. So I usually don't enable that one. So players can accept quests. And this is so that they can actually accept quests. Usually a quest is for a whole group, so you don't necessarily want the player to do it. Once again, all these things are completely optional. Allow trusted players player quest editing, so that obviously they can edit it if they're a trusted player. So if you remember, in permissions there are multiple types of permissions. Actually, I guess I didn't want to have to go up here, but let's go to core real quick. If we go look at the permission configuration, that there's player, trusted player, assistant GM, and game master. So your player is what you'd want, just people that maybe you don't know really well. You're just doing a one shot or a campaign, and you stick out a DM or a YouTube comment saying, hey, join my campaign, and just people that you don't know necessarily if you can trust or not. They're just going to be your players. People that actually know more about Foundry and how it works and stuff like that, then you can give them trusted player. Assistant GM, I've never really used so much the assistant GM, but basically it allows you to have someone that is co-running the campaign with you. It doesn't quite have full game master rights, but does have, if you look, they pretty much have everything that's listed here, but they're still just called the assistant GM. So those are kind of your different permissions and stuff that you can have, and that's what it's talking about here with, with players and trusted players. So count hidden objectives. This is, we'll kind of show that. You can actually have it so that, when it's showing how many objectives they have, they would actually be able to see even the hidden objectives count. So if I had 2 objectives that I'm showing them and 3 additional that are hidden, it would actually show that they've got, they've completed 1, but there's still 5 that are objectives. Dynamic bookmark background. As you can see here, this is, if it's checked, the bookmark tab background is dynamically set to the Windows context background. I don't mess with that. These ones also don't really mess a lot with. The default permissions, just to make them observer. This one, show objectives and quests. This is so they can actually see the objectives and stuff. Hide quest log from. Now this is one I don't do. This one I want my players to be able to open it anytime they want. I don't have to open it and then share it or anything. I want them to be able to open it anytime they want to review what quests they have, and how far they've gotten in those quests. What are those things? Show reward drop notifications. That will show it in the chat what people are taking and stuff. Once again, that would be one if you have players maybe that you don't necessarily trust all the way. This would show, so that, oh, so-and-so took the magic item, and then they can't be like, I didn't take it or anything like that. And then quest tracker being resizable. So as you can see, that's kind of in a nutshell those things. Like I said, I'm happy with the defaults. All right, so now where do we actually see this? We actually come down here to the bookmark, and this will be the same on the players. So you can go down to the bookmark, and now you'll have this little quest log here, and you also have the quest tracker. If we go look at the player screen, you will also see under the bookmark, they have the quest log. Right now it'll pull up nothing. Actually, I forgot to change one thing. I do not like these tabs on the side. I think they're kind of ugly. Or the quest tracker, but there's no quest, so we're not going to be able to see that just yet. So if we go back here, actually I wanted to go change. There's one thing I changed, guys. Forgot about it. It is this one, navigation style bookmarks. I like the classic tabs. I think the bookmarks just take up too much space personally for me. So if I save change now, you'll see when we open it up, now we just have the tabs up here instead of these weird things that stick out the side. Alright, so as you can see, we came in here. This is where you actually do your quests, set up your quests. And you have multiple options. You can have quests that are available to them. You have quests that are in progress. You have quests that are completed. And you have quests that are failed. And then you have inactive quests. The GM is right now the only one that's able to see that, which is kind of how you want it. So if we come in here, you can see, I really don't like that one. Performance quest log, change it to classic. All right, so there we go. So as you can see, they don't have the inactive. That's so you can actually have quests. You can actually build out all the quests for your entire campaign and kind of just keep track of them yourself. One really nice thing is with that GM notes that I was showing, one thing I like to do is just kind of keep track of what level the quest I'm doing is for. I don't think that made sense. So up, don't we have to, did I enable? Hold on, let's double check. Oh, actually, no, it's not here. I think it's when we actually add a quest. So let's go ahead and add a quest. I'm going to go into, let's do maybe, where is my other window? Right here. I'm going to go into, just go grab, let's go look at some of the quests that are around the Lost Mine of Phandelver itself. I should have this open already. So sources, Phandelver below the Shattered Obelisk. So if we get to Phandalin in this list, Dangerous Journey, Troubles in Phandalin. Alright, so I'm going to kind of look for the quests that are in here because there's just a bunch. Let's see. I want to find one that has several steps. Phandalin PCs, no. Town descriptions, Stonehill Inn. The thing is, almost everyone has a quest for you when you get there. You know what? I'm not going to do it that way. I think I got a better idea. I'm actually going to do it through Wowhead, because I do know, like World of Warcraft quests, that'll be a lot quicker, I think. So I'm going to do Wowhead. And I'm going to go into database. Character quest. Get off that quest right here. And let's just do maybe the Eastern Kingdoms. Actually, Kalimdor. That's where. And is there a Goldshire in here? Actually, that's the wrong one. Eastern Kingdoms. This is the one I want. There's Stormwind. Oh, these pop-ups are kind of annoying. They're not. Where'd it go now? Eastern Kingdoms. Erg. Sorry. I keep mousing over it and it jumps to the other screen, and then I try and go back to it and it doesn't love me. So Eastern Kingdoms, and we need to do Stormwind City. I know there's several quests in Stormwind that have like multiple steps, so I just wanted to kind of maybe do that. Let's go look at what's an urgent meeting? Is there any for Goldshire? That would be easier, because I do know like there's quests to go get pigs and go do this, that, the other, and that would probably be a little easier. So let's see Goldshire's in here real quick. Ghostlands, Elwyn Forest. That's what I want right there. So even though these are going to be WoW quests, we're going to actually hopefully find one quickly that has multiple things that you're supposed to do. I think Young Lovers does. Alright, so for this one, we need to progress. Let's do. Oh, here we go. I can see them right here. And of course, none of these are doing. Okay, what we're going to do is pretend. Let's do Kobold Candles, because that's one where you actually get their little candles by killing them. So if we come in here, this is Wowhead. You'll see the maps here showing you where it is. But what we really care about is what your quest is. So as you can see here, it's saying that they want 8 candles, right? So I'm going to just keep that on the side here, and we're going to go ahead and create this quest. So when you pull it up, you'll get this little screen right here. You can drag an actor. So if an actor is actually the one giving it, and I think we have some actors, There we go. So, which one of these is not owned by the non-owner? We need to find one really quick, not owned by the, and I don't know necessarily that's the owner there, so it's definitely got to be Seraph. And I guess maybe it should be an NPC, but I think it'll work all the same. So there we go. So if we take Seraph, we can drag him there, and now it knows that this is Seraph and this is his quest. So this quest right here, we're going to go ahead and edit it, and we're going to call it Kobold Candles, I think it was. KOBOLDCANDLES, is that right? Let me just make sure. CNDLES. Okay, so there's the name of our thing. As you can see here, there is a GM notes section, so you don't have to use the one that I was doing. I forgot about that. But you can actually add notes here, like what level it is, and I find that really handy to have in there. The other thing I do specifically is before I go share it with people, when it's in my big list of inactive ones, I usually will put, this is for level 2, just like that. And then when I go share it with the players, I actually get rid of that, just so I can actually have an idea of, oh yeah, this is for level 2, they're level 2, they can do it. So here, obviously, we have the quest description. So I'm going to grab that real quick, hit Control C here, go here, we'll go ahead and paste that in here, hit V. Oh, actually, it even has the links and everything. Beautiful. We don't care about that, though. And then we have our objective. So our objective, number 1, is to get, I think it was 8 candles, which is listed in here, right? Here to gather large candle wax. Can you help me? So I know that the quest is actually for 8 candles. I don't think it's in that quest there. Does this have it here? Did you gather that quest yet? No, that's the text. All right, so let's go ahead here and say what it is. So we need to say objective, and this isn't anything special. It's just we need 8x candle wax. Candle wax. So here's the objective for this. We could add more, maybe also, I don't know, kobold teeth for some reason. Maybe like 4x KOBOL kobold teeth. I don't know why, and I misspelled kobold with an L. So if we do kobold, and I really misspelled teeth. I have never professed that I'm good at typing. Maybe another one would be, I don't know, maybe the kobold treasure. So KOBO, kobold king's crown. Kings, I guess it'd be apostrophe S, CROWN. So now we have 3 objectives for our thing. Now you'll notice here we can actually change the order of them, but we can also set them whether they're visible for the player. So if I want to make it so that they don't know all the objectives right up front, I can just say, okay, I'm only going to show you these 2 because I think if I told you you also have to kill the Kobold King, you're probably not going to do it. We have an edit button and we have a delete button. Then down here we can actually add rewards. So let's say if you do this, do I have any items? I do, I have a potion of healing. So if you do this, what I can do is I can either drag it here, or I can say here that you get 50 gold if you complete it. And of course I can't spell. So we can do that. We can also drag a potion on there, and you'll see that this isn't editable, but they are hidden, and currently they're actually in a locked state, so they can't be, players wouldn't be able to drag these anyway because they're locked. I can unlock everything, I can show everything, I can add more things. So here you can see now we have this. However, if we go ahead and close this, you will see if we go into the player mode that they cannot see this. There's no play, there's no anything there, so they have no idea what the quest actually is. Oops, I don't want to close that. All right, so let's go and actually make it available to them. So now that we've done this, if we hit this play button, now it becomes available. It goes to in progress, or available if you, it's this one. So if you put it, if you're telling them what it is, like the player, you don't necessarily need to pull up the actual thing. You know, they're talking to, trying to think of one of Parthen's provisions. Can't remember her name, but you're talking to the Parthen's provisions lady, and they accept the quest right there. You can actually just come here and put it instantly into in progress. Other words, you can, you know, if they go look at a job board, for example, you could have multiple quests that they can actually do, and you could say that, okay, this is now set to available, and you'll see it's now not here, it's down here. And if your players go in, you'll see that now if they go here, there is an available quest. They have 0 of 0 of the things done on it. And I forgot to erase that part, which I like to do just so they don't see that it's just a level 2 quest or whatever. So I usually just get rid of that. But in here, I would also have that same information, you know, level, L-E-V-E-L, level 2. Something like that, so that I can keep track of, you know, this is a level 2 quest. So now the players, if we go look at them, they can come in here, they can click on it, and they can read the information about it. They can see who gave it, they can see the title, they can add their own notes, which is really handy. But here you see right now they don't see any of that. So let's go ahead and we'll make this unavailable, and we'll do it the other way. So this would be, for example, they go up to a quest board and there's just a whole bunch of quests. So what they can do here is say, okay, oh, I like that one. And they can tell the GM that they want to accept that quest. Or you can always make it so that, you know, your players can accept it, but then one person can accept it for the group. It might cause a little headache. So what we can do is we can actually unmark this as available, and it will go back into inactive again. So if it's unavailable, it goes there. So now what we're going to do, instead of marking it as available, which really these two should be switched, or these two should be switched. I mean, personally, I think these two. If I want to make it because they're talking to someone and say, oh, sure, I'll do that. What I can do is, okay, they know I told them they need the candle wax, so I can uncheck that, so that now they know that I need at least that, right? And then maybe even that. So if I hit close on that, and now we make it so it is in progress, and we go to our player screen, you'll see it's no longer here, it's now here, and you can actually see that they have 0 of 2 of the objectives. So if I had that thing saying also show hidden objectives, they would actually know that there's 3 objectives. So there's going to be some kind of catch. It's not going to be something that they instantly get to turn in. So in here, now they can actually see this. They can come in here and actually, I don't have them so they can check off the objectives either. That way you can keep track of it better. So as you can see here, now they have the information. If you even wanted to give them a reward, we could go back in here and say, okay, I'm going to also let them know what the reward is. I'm going to say they get a potion of healing. So now that will be available to them. So the lock makes it so that they can actually move it, I believe. We'll double check it. I'm pretty sure that's what that one was. But if we do that, go ahead and close that. Now if we go back to our player screen, you'll see that now they can actually see that they have a potion of healing, but they can't do anything with it. They can't drag it or anything like that. So now your players are able to see quests that they've accepted, and even if, you know, they end up going off some tangent, which no, players never do that. They never go the opposite way that the GM expects them to. But if they do, you can actually go ahead and have all this stuff tracked. As they complete the things, we can go make it. Let's just go make it so they can actually, you know, complete parts. But we're still not going to be nice. I'm on the wrong screen. Let's go make it so they can also accept the quests and stuff. So if we go in here, players can create, no, but players can accept quests. And we don't care about that. We're not going to have that enabled. The other one I was thinking, And if you're going to allow them to drag stuff from there, then you definitely want to enable this. I'm still not enabling them to drag, so even if they complete the quest, they can't do it. I would have to drag it right now by grabbing the potion of healing and dragging it onto their sheet. If I unlock it, now they should be able to do it themselves. So if we come into here again, what that thing is saying is it will actually put in chat that so-and-so took the potion. So if we come in here now, go back here, you'll see now they should be able to drag the potion. Oh, but I only have observer permissions on this, so no, they can't. Sorry. But anyway, that just helps you see that. But now you can see that they did. I don't remember what changes I actually made. Did I make it? I didn't hit save, did I? I don't think. Let's double check. I do that all the time. I forget to hit save. I go up and hit that. Yeah. So see, they allow the player dragging. Create no, but they can accept. Don't count the hidden ones. Maybe we'll just go ahead and enable this one as well. So this one. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. Sorry. So now I hit save. Now it should work actually correctly. Come into here. Now you can see that I think I have to close this and reopen it. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It still might be permissions because I think default permissions. Let's go look at that real quick. As this, I believe I know why actually. If I go in here, go to quest. Oh, that's the quest log there. Do I click it here? Copy, set, unset primary quest. Oh, yes, that's the other thing. You can actually make it so it's a main quest or a secondary quest. These other things isn't. I'm trying to remember where that other part is. I thought it was in here. I'll have to look that one up. But anyway, so now if we go look at our players here, what I really wanted to show you is, so now we can see they have the quest, they can see what it is, they can see what the reward is. And what they can do now that they have this in progress is they can actually click on this right here and be able to see what their quest is and what they need to get for it, which is kind of handy. If this is enabled, it will only show the primary quest, so you know your main campaign quests. Yeah, excuse me, you have this to make the background transparent, and then of course you can close it there or by clicking. Oh, actually you can't click it. I thought you could click this again and it goes away. But anyway, we're at 27 minutes. It's way over than what I said. That kind of is in a nutshell the quest thing. The only other thing is once it's set to in progress, now you have the option of when they're doing it to set it as complete. You can set it as failed, or you can make it inactive again, or you can set it as available again. So your options are to do everything it was. If we do complete, now it's in here. Now we can also set it as failed. Close that. Set it as failed, or we can set it as inactive, and we can delete it. And then if we fail it, then of course you have the option of making it available again, or not available, sorry, complete, or you can set it as inactive again, or you can delete the quest. So this is a really handy one, and I've been running in Pathfinder 2, I've been running the Abomination Vaults, and there's just lots of quests that you can get. Excuse me. And this really helps the players be able to go, oh, what was that one quest? And they don't have to go through all their notes to find any little quest. They can just come here, look, and see that, oh, yeah, okay, these are the quests that we have. These are quests that were available, but we haven't accepted yet. And then they can even go look and see ones that they failed or haven't failed. And I'm in the wrong screen, so you can't see everything. So there you go. You can see what was failed, completed, in progress, and available. I will go look up because I'm pretty sure. I think what we're not seeing, I'm gonna guess. I think this is what it is. If we went in here, I remembered seeing. If Torrents, this is the wrong player. In here, there was a thing saying, that's not it either. Sorry. What was it? It was hide quest log for player, no, show quest folder. I believe it's this one that's set up for debug purposes. And if I know what that means, basically when we come in here, now we have the FQL quests, and we can come in here and do configure ownership. As I recall, there's another place, but I'm completely drawing a blank as to where it is that we do that. I thought it was here, but this, because it's undone, we can't do it there. Can we do that? I don't remember. Nope. So if I put this back to, is this the inactive? Yeah, if we go back to inactive, it's not in here. I could have swore it was somewhere in here. Now I'm totally drawing a blank. What does that one do? Entity link quest has been copied. Nope, that's not it. Show to the player is not it. I know it's not that thing where it said the default setting, because you don't want every quest to be fully configurable. But I've always just kind of done it myself. I've actually, you know, had them agree, and then once they've done that, if they have a character sheet, you know, and say Kruskir got won the item or whatever, then I could come in here and say, okay, they get the potion. Hold on, I need to go to their inventory, I believe. These sheets are so big. That's one of the next ones I gotta do, is the 5e, I think it's called Tidy Sheets. So much nicer. So if I do this here, and we can drag it in there, and now you'll see it's gone here. And the other thing I wanted to show you is, if we come in here, actually that's because it's GM that did it. If a player does it, it will actually log that so-and-so has taken the potion. So there we go. Sorry, I was a little scatterbrained on some of this. I'm going to go try and find more information on the permissions, because I could swear you could do it per quest. As to, you know, what permissions they actually have on. I didn't think it was blanket, but I might be wrong. It might have been an earlier feature or earlier version that had that, and they figured that for whatever reason that's not how they wanted to roll with it. So we're at 32 minutes, which is way over. Hopefully you got something out of this, at least understood a little bit how it works, and maybe it piqued your interest in actually checking it out and using it in your campaigns. Like I said, I find it very handy and I really like it. I love that you have the whole quest interface, and then you can also pop up the tracker, but I don't have any progress ones right now. There, now I could do it. That you can pop up the tracker and actually, you know, see that information. If something is marked as a primary quest, it'll have this little star on it, and then you can also just filter to only show star quests, which is just awesome. So I think that will do, my friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Click that little notification bell. Tell other people about my channel. Have them check it out. If they like what they see, they can sub. We grow the channel. Everybody wins. And that is it, my friends. Until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.